नमस्कार, फिर पैसा बोलता है में आपका स्वागत है। मैं आनंद श्रीनिवासन। आज मैंने केन नाम का एक डिजिटल न्यूज़पेपर में आर्टिकल पढ़ा था। दो बड़े कॉन्ग्लोमरेट जो भारत को इतना बड़ा देश बनाया, दोनों एक ही बिजनेस में हैं। एक का रिजल्ट इतना अच्छा बेहतरीन है और दूसरा का रिजल्ट उतना अच्छा नहीं है। तो अगर मैंने नाम नहीं बताया तो आपको इन दो कंपनियों का गेस नहीं कर पाओगे। एक कंपनी लॉस में है, 200 करोड़ लॉस, 200.34 करोड़ लॉस इन Q2। और जो ब्रांड्स वो ओन करती हैं सब लोग जानते हैं, और दूसरे कंपनी के बारे में कोई को भी जानकारी नहीं होगी। अनेक लोगों से मैंने बात की, वो आइडेंटिफाई ही नहीं कर सके किसका है ये कंपनी। उस कंपनी का प्रॉफिट्स 228 करोड़ से। मैं बात कर रहा हूँ आदित्य बिरला फैशन एंड रिटेल का, और दूसरा कंपनी का ट्रेंट का नाम है। तो ट्रेंट ने 228 करोड़ का लाभ कमाया एक ही क्वार्टर में, और उसी क्वार्टर में आदित्य बिरला का लॉस हुआ है। इसके बारे में बात करने के लिए मेरे साथ मेरे भाई विनोद श्रीनिवासन हैं, और वो बात करेंगे, लेकिन सस्पेंस रखेंगे ट्रेंट का किसका है। तो विनोद, देयर आर टू कंपनीज।
Yes, I understood.
You understood?
Yes.
So you take over. Aditya Birla Fashion has some of the best brands.
Yes.
It has Louis Philippe, it has Van Heusen, it has Peter England,
Alan Solly,
and it also has the entire Pantaloon brand.
Yes.
It has got Sabyasachi Mukherjee's designers rights, and it is one of India's largest fashion companies.
Correct.
And this has put a loss of 200 crores.
Yes.
And there's another company called Trent, which has made 228 crores profits. It's trading at 157 times earnings at 2,360 rupees.
Correct.
And what is Aditya Birla Fashion trading at now?
Aditya Birla Fashion.
It's at 216 rupees.
Yes.
And you cannot talk much because it's making losses.
Yes.
So they forget the PE. It's trading at 7 times book. And Trent has Zara, Westside, and Zudio as its.
When you said Westside, everybody will know who.
I don't. Not many will know. You'll be very surprised.
I'm surprised.
You ask your friend.
Yes, I'll be very surprised.
You ask your friend.
My friend, Keshav G.
Yeah.
I will ask him when I see him.
Yeah. And Mr. Albin G also didn't know.
No, but the funny thing is, this becomes such a brand value just to say a part of Tata Group, that any small enterprise which has Tata's put a little fingerprint on, immediately the branding changes overnight, and they put up a little board outside saying part of Tata Group quickly.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's been blessed.
Yes. So Zara, Westside, Zudio, you are right, they are part of the Tata Group. It's called Trent, and I had to point out to my good friend Albin, it is called Tata Retail Enterprises.
Yeah, he must have been wondering why Trent, some funny fancy name.
So it is actually Tata Retail Enterprises. They had Landmark, which they shut down. They still own Chroma, and they own Star Bazaar. And the idea, this is okay. People ask me, who after Ratan Tata? This company was built by his brother from scratch. And his brother is Newell Tata. He ran Tata Industries and Trent. And Newell Tata's beauty was that he always concentrated on profits and nothing else. So his expansion was very slow, very methodical. And even in Madras, he shut down the Star Bazaar shop because it didn't turn profitable. So they have very few places where Star Bazaar is.
Yes, very true.
And they didn't grow very rapidly.
No.
And Trent acknowledges his limitations. He doesn't have the scale of Reliance. They could have done it.
Pumped in some.
Yeah, they could have pumped in a lot of money and done that. They didn't. And they have experience with Titan also. They didn't do it. ABRFL is what they tried differently is they diversified a lot of it. And they put third-party products into the mix. Now, the difference between Trent and ABRFL is Trent does not sell third party.
Very true.
So everything is manufactured in-house. It's his own party. And then he is realized, for the very high end, he had Zara, which is part of that Spanish group.
Yes.
And here it is a joint venture.
Yes.
And in Westside, what he did was his own brand.
And they've diversified within Westside. Meaning, I've been going to Westside for a long time. First was just clothing, and slowly they've got into cosmetics now, and they're doing lots of things in Westside under the brand. They've got home decor products.
The real genius was to start a brand which is below Westside called Zudio. And Zudio is meant for young kids. And so there are products from $6, 500 rupees. That's the starting SKU. So he has Zudio, he has Westside, he has Zara. And in Zudio is where they are doing extremely well. And they have really rapidly expanded and they have gone to 250 stores. And I read in another digital newspaper, sometimes it's seamless between Zudio and Westside. With the same entrance you go in.
Yes.
And then suddenly Zudio comes in.
Yes.
So, and they built loyalty, membership, everything slowly.
Yes. I'm surprised most about this. Label rights to sell Reebok.
No, that is this thing, ABR.
Oh, yeah.
So, Adithya Birla has got that.
Okay.
So, Adithya Birla Fashion Retail has taken, Reebok was acquired by Adidas.
Yes.
And they were not doing well.
They're not doing well. That's why I'm also surprised. That's
So,
what I was
Adithya
saying.
Birla said, okay, I'll sell Reebok.
But why
in
would they
India.
take on a brand which is already struggling globally?
I don't know. So, they have the rights to sell Reebok in India.
Yeah.
And they have labels owned by fashion designers and all that.
Yeah. Even,
So-
but like you said, these are all, most of it is not in-house though.
No, they compete.
Yeah.
So they compete with Trent, they compete with Vedant Fashions, that is Manyavar, and they Campus Activewear. And the turnover of ABFRL is 12,400 crores. And it is 50% bigger than Trent in turnover. So Trent is only about 7,000 crores. And this is 50,000 crores. And Trent is now valued at 93,000 crores. That means what is going to happen is Trent is soon going to cross 1 lakh crore.
Correct.
And yet another Tata company will become a 1 lakh crore company.
Correct. But my question is this. Is Aditya Birla suffering this is a sign of the K-shaped recovery, or is it because there's something fundamentally they need to change
No,
the way?
fundamentally you need to change because you are not, you are only being a distributor.
Okay.
So your margins will be lesser. Whereas he is selling his own product.
True.
So a shopkeeper selling somebody else's product will make about 15-20% margin. Whereas if I'm manufacturing my own product and selling only my own brand, I'll make 30-40%
Yes, the
margin.
margins are much bigger.
So I'll get it outsourced, contract manufactured and sell it myself.
Yes, and also you run in the risk of the guy who you're being the distributor for, he decides to dump you like what Nike did to the shoe company in US
Yes.
and directly go to the market.
Yes.
You will be in deep trouble.
And this is another thing. The other thing is the inventory turnover. I think Trent turns over its into inventory in 80 days or 85 days. And ABFRL takes 130 days to, or 125
Huge
days.
difference, almost double.
125 days. So the amount of working capital required is 50. What is working capital is from the time it comes to your store
Yes.
and it has to go out,
Yes.
right, as sale. So how long does a product on an average remain on your store? In Trent, it's only 85 days. It's 128 days there.
True.
So there's a big difference. And that's nearly a 50% difference. So Trent requires much less working capital. Okay.
But talking about Trent and ARBL, what about the parent company? Don't you think this is also shows what's happening in Aditya Birla with Vodafone and everything? But they're struggling
He is struggling with Vodafone.
in all areas.
No, he is doing very well in all his commodity companies are doing well.
Yeah. But it's
Wherever
B2C.
his B2C is struggling. Even in B2C, all these brands are well known. Alan Solly or
Yeah, Louis Philippe. Individually, they're known.
their brand recall is extremely high.
Yes.
He is not able to
Leverage.
his brand value and make profits.
Okay.
So he would be better off if he
Stops being a distributor
yeah,
and slowly try to create a brand under
like
themselves.
Alan Solly is his own brand. Peter England is his own brand. Van Hussein is his own brand. So he should concentrate on his own brand instead of trying to do other people's brand. And he also has textile. He had textile mills also. So he can end to end. He's the guy who should have been end to end.
And his online presence is much bigger compared to Trent, I think, in terms of sales.
But Trent has other advantages also. Trent is part of Tata Digital, I think.
Yes, it is.
And they also have one. They used to have one separate Click or some name. They had a
Yeah, they have that. Yes, Tata Click.
Tata Click. There is.
Yeah, and there's
So
three actually under that. Luxury Click and Mobile Click.
That's part of this.
Okay.
So he is grown, but the focus has always been in terms of being profitable. They have not. Neo Tata never compromised profits for size. So if a location was not profitable, he would not run it. In Madras, the Star Bazaar was in Ampa Sky Mall. Off at the edge of Nelson
Yes,
Manikam
it
Road,
was.
right? And it
Yeah.
was not profitable in 4 years. He just shut it down,
Correct.
and that's why he didn't become Big Bazaar.
Very true. Very true.
See, in Reliance, you don't know what is exactly happening because you are not getting separate balance sheets and separate. They are just giving you state.
Yeah, it's all one sambar, as they say.
It's all mixed up together.
Yeah.
But Trent is a separate company by itself and a separate balance sheet by itself. It's now going to make 1,000 crores. If it goes another 50%, it's going to cross 1 lakh crores in market cap.
But don't you think this at this price point, this is still a diamond?
No. Very costly. You cannot
Even look at it.
You cannot even look. It's a diamond pin. It's a pin.
Yes.
So you cannot poke your eye with a rusted iron pin or whether it's a diamond pin. If
Correct.
you decide to
Because
poke
if you
your
look
eye,
at the PE ratio,
it's 157.
yes, even if it's correct it has to correct so deeply. I don't think you can ever touch this.
It has to correct by 75% before you can think of it. Or the sales and profits have to climb so much that
It justifies this price.
and the price should remain same.
Yeah, but that will never happen, right? Because you
The
cannot,
moment his sales increase,
price will also be catching up.
price will also catch up. But this is a company which is focused on profits. And why I decided to talk about this company, this is a company completely created by the younger brother.
Who's going to be the next in charge?
He's retired. He's only in the trust. He's not on the Tata Sons board, I think. But he is the guy. And his son is there in this company.
Yes. Speaks of good times ahead for them.
And I'm just saying, people ask, where are the Tatas? Here are the Tatas. This is the unknown Tata. In there,
Yes, they're
there were two
they're not
Soros.
flashy. That I agree.
No, there are two Soros brothers. Everybody knows George Soros.
True.
Paul Soros is no more. Nobody knew Paul Soros. So they used to call him the invisible Soros. Here's your invisible Tata. So whether he's businessman, whether he is this, whether this is his creation.
The question begs, what I'd like to know is, way back when Cyrus Mistry, before he was put in charge, no one was there. Why?
I don't know.
Why
But,
did they pivoted? That was I'm most curious about. What was that conversation and who had with the old man where he decided, okay, we'll go this way?
No, the old man, Cyrus Mistry, is this man's brother-in-law.
I know.
Was.
Yeah, I'm sure this man also voted saying yes.
Yes, and I don't know. This is, and I don't know how
only pure
Cyrus's
speculation,
exit. Yeah, how Cyrus's exit has worked on their equation. Nobody knows. It's all Parsi families. Everything is behind closed doors.
Yes, outside they're all
Outside they're all together. Nobody knows.
Yes. Anyway, thanks for this interesting conversation.
थैंक यू. आपने इस पॉडकास्ट को सुना, इसके लिए मैं आपका आभारी हूँ. आप इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और अपना कमेंट्स लिखिए. अगर हो सके तो इस वीडियो को अपने दोस्त और रिश्तेदार के पास भेजें और उनको देखने की आग्रह करें. नमस्कार, धन्यवाद, जय हिंद.